Hey tech enthusiasts, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving headfirst into a topic that's not just fascinating, but frankly terrifying: deepfakes. And I'm not talking about the goofy face swaps you see online. We're talking about hyper-realistic, almost undetectable deepfakes that are poised to rewrite the rules of reality. Are you ready to question everything you see and hear? Because you're about to. Imagine a world where you can't trust any video, any audio, any image. That world is closer than you think. And at the heart of it all is a new AI model called Omnihuman 1. Buckle up, this is going to be a wild ride. So, what exactly is Omnihuman 1? It's ByteDance's latest foray into AI, and it's designed to create incredibly realistic digital humans. We're talking about AI-generated faces that move, speak, and react with an unprecedented level of realism. The implications are staggering. And while ByteDance might not be releasing it to the public right now, the AI community is already buzzing about reverse engineering it. Think about it. Once this technology is out there, even in a limited capacity, it's only a matter of time before it proliferates. This isn't just about creating cool avatars for video games. This is about the potential to completely destabilize our understanding of truth. The problem is that Omnihuman 1 and similar technologies are rapidly closing the gap on the uncanny valley. You know, that feeling of unease you get when something looks almost human, but not quite? Well, that's becoming a thing of the past. These deepfakes are becoming so convincing that it's getting harder and harder to distinguish them from the real thing. This is a game changer. We're not talking about slightly off facial expressions or robotic movements anymore. We're talking about digital humans that can fool even the most discerning eye. Get ready for a world where seeing is no longer believing. And here's the really scary part. The barrier to entry for creating sophisticated deepfakes is getting lower and lower. In the past, you needed specialized skills, expensive software, and a ton of computing power. But with advancements like Omnihuman 1, that's changing rapidly. Soon, anyone with a decent computer and a little bit of know-how could potentially create incredibly convincing deepfakes. This means that the volume of deepfake content online is about to explode. We're talking about an avalanche of fake videos and audio recordings that will overwhelm existing detection methods. Are we ready for that? I'm not sure we are. The direct consequence of all this is a massive erosion of trust in media. If you can't tell what's real and what's fake, how can you trust anything you see or hear? This isn't just about believing a particular news story or a specific politician. This is about a fundamental breakdown in our ability to discern truth from fiction. And that's incredibly dangerous. It creates a climate of skepticism and paranoia where it's impossible to have a rational conversation about anything. This is a breeding ground for conspiracy theories, misinformation, and social unrest. It's like living in a constant state of heightened alert, always questioning everything. Okay, so what can we do about it? Well, the cybersecurity industry is going to be on the front lines of this battle. They're going to be developing more sophisticated AI-powered detection tools to try and identify deepfakes. But this is going to be an arms race. As detection methods improve, deepfake creators will find new ways to circumvent them. It's a constant cat-and-mouse game, and it's unclear who will ultimately come out on top. Right now, it feels like the deepfake creators have a significant advantage. This is a call to action for the cybersecurity community. We need you to step up and develop the tools we need to fight back. Another industry that's going to see a huge surge in demand is reputation management. Companies and individuals will increasingly rely on these firms to monitor for and combat the spread of deepfakes that could damage their brand or personal image. Think about it. A single, well-crafted deepfake video could destroy a company's reputation overnight. That's why reputation management is going to become an essential service for anyone who's vulnerable to this kind of attack. It's a sad reality, but it's the world we're heading towards. The legal and regulatory landscape is also going to be turned upside down by deepfakes. Law enforcement, legal professionals, and policymakers will struggle to keep up with the rapid evolution of this technology. We're talking about new laws related to AI-aided impersonation, fraud, and defamation. But creating effective legislation is going to be incredibly challenging. How do you define a deepfake? How do you prove intent? How do you balance free speech with the need to protect individuals from harm? These are complex questions with no easy answers. The legal system is going to be playing catch-up for a long time. Perhaps the most important thing we can do is to invest in education and media literacy. Schools and media organizations need to teach people how to critically evaluate online content and identify potential deepfakes. We need to empower people to become more discerning consumers of information. This means teaching them about the techniques used to create deepfakes, the telltale signs of manipulation, and the importance of verifying information from multiple sources. Media literacy isn't just a nice-to-have skill anymore. It's a survival skill in the age of deepfakes. The entertainment industry is also going to be profoundly affected by deepfakes. On the one hand, deepfakes could enable new forms of storytelling and content creation. Imagine being able to bring back deceased actors or create entirely new characters from scratch. But on the other hand, deepfakes also pose risks related to copyright infringement and unauthorized use of likeness. Who owns the rights to a deepfake performance? Can you use someone's likeness without their permission? These are questions that the entertainment industry is grappling with right now. It's a time of both excitement and uncertainty. Now let's talk about the really scary stuff, the socio-economic impact of deepfakes. Deepfakes could be used to manipulate public opinion, spread misinformation, and undermine democratic processes. Imagine a deepfake video of a politician saying something outrageous or incriminating. Even if the video is quickly debunked, the damage could already be done. This could lead to political polarization, social unrest, and even international conflict. Deepfakes are a weapon of mass deception, and they could be used to destabilize entire nations. The use of deepfakes for financial fraud is also likely to increase significantly. Scammers could use deepfakes to impersonate CEOs, manipulate stock prices, or steal sensitive financial information. Deloitte estimates AI-generated content contributed to over $12 billion in fraud losses in 2023 and could reach $40 billion in the US by 2027. Think about the implications of that. We're talking about potentially billions of dollars being stolen through deepfake scams. This is a major threat to the global economy. The widespread distrust fostered by deepfakes could erode social cohesion. If people can't trust anything they see or hear, it becomes more difficult to engage in civil discourse and build consensus on important issues. This could lead to a more fragmented and polarized society, where people are increasingly isolated and suspicious of one another. It's a recipe for social breakdown. The constant fear of being deceived by deepfakes could contribute to increased anxiety, stress, and mental health problems. Imagine living in a world where you're constantly questioning everything you see and hear. That's incredibly stressful, especially for vulnerable populations. We need to be aware of the potential mental health consequences of deepfakes and provide support for those who are struggling to cope. Certain roles in media, entertainment, and communication could become automated or displaced by AI deepfake technology. Think about voice actors, video editors, and even journalists. These jobs could be at risk as deepfakes become more sophisticated and easier to create. We need to prepare for the potential job displacement caused by deepfakes and find ways to retrain and reskill workers. Finally, the emphasis on detecting and debunking deepfakes could dominate public discourse, diverting attention from other important issues. We could become so focused on fighting deepfakes that we neglect other pressing problems. It's important to keep deepfakes in perspective and not let them consume all of our attention. We need to find a balance between combating deepfakes and addressing other important issues. Let's dive deeper into the specific risks. From a technical perspective, the rapid pace of technological advancement is a huge concern. The articles emphasize how quickly deepfake technology is advancing. Even if ByteDance doesn't release Omnihuman 1, the AI community is likely to reverse engineer similar models. This rapid proliferation makes it harder to control and regulate. And as I mentioned earlier, detection is incredibly difficult. The volume is growing faster than detection methods can keep up. It's a constant battle to stay one step ahead. Another technical risk is the dependence on data quality. This suggests that future improvements could further reduce these limitations. It's a simple equation with terrifying implications. From a business perspective, the risks are equally significant. Financial fraud and scams are a major concern. Scammers are already using deepfakes of celebrities to promote fraudulent investments and impersonating corporate figures to swindle companies out of millions. Brand damage is another big risk. A single deepfake video could destroy a company's reputation overnight. This could lead to loss of customer trust, stock value decline, and other negative financial consequences. Companies need to be proactive in protecting themselves from deepfake attacks. And finally, let's talk about the ethical risks. Misinformation and propaganda are a huge concern. Political deepfakes could be used to spread misleading information and influence elections. This undermines democratic processes and erodes public trust in institutions. Reputation damage is another major ethical risk. Deepfakes can be used to create false and damaging narratives about individuals, ruining their reputations and careers. The potential for harm is immense. Deepfakes also raise serious privacy concerns. They can be used to create non-consensual pornographic content or to impersonate individuals without their knowledge or permission. And if the data used to train deepfake models is biased, the resulting deepfakes may perpetuate and amplify existing societal biases. This is a complex ethical minefield with no easy answers. One of the biggest challenges is the lack of accountability. It can be difficult to identify and hold accountable those who create and spread malicious deepfakes. This lack of accountability encourages further abuse of the technology. We need to find ways to hold deepfake creators accountable for the harm they cause. So, what's the bottom line? The rapid advancement of deepfake technology poses significant risks across technical, business, and ethical domains. Addressing these risks requires a multifaceted approach, including technological solutions for detection, legal frameworks for regulation, and public education to raise awareness and promote critical thinking. We need to be proactive in protecting ourselves from the dangers of deepfakes. The future of trust depends on it. The good news is that we're not powerless. By staying informed, developing critical thinking skills, and supporting efforts to combat deepfakes, we can help to protect ourselves and our society from the harmful effects of this technology. So stay vigilant, stay informed, and stay skeptical. The future of truth depends on it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.